Speaking of winning, this is music to my ears. The Daily Wire reports by the end of the day Tuesday, the plummet in Target's share prices reached the longest losing streak the chain has suffered in almost 5 years. Target's share prices have fallen for 8 straight days, plunging another 3.66% on Tuesday, reaching $133 as the store has lost a staggering $12 billion in market value in the last 14 days. And this is all in the wake of the consumer boycott triggered by its LGBTQ merchandise. Target CEO Brian Cornell stated to employees last week, quote, "What you've seen in recent days went well beyond discomfort. It's been gut-wrenching to see what you've confronted in our aisles." And that was him, trying to make themselves the victim of this, the victim of their own choices and their own behavior and their own decision to push the LGBT stuff and the trans stuff on kids. And now they're suffering the consequences of this. I mean, the Bud Light boycott was a really big deal because it was the first, and because it was because of the symbolic nature of it. And that's the argument that, as you know, I made all along. It's not just about Bud Light; it's the symbolism here. Okay, basically, we take Bud Light and we put its head on a pike, on the at the entrance of the town, to show the other woke corporations, this is what we can do. We can actually do this to you. We can destroy you. And if you show contempt for us, as you have for so many years, and you spit in our face, and you try to shove this stuff in our face and in our kids' faces, this is what we'll do to you. So that was the great significance of the Bud Light boycott, rather. Target boycott also has incredible symbolic significance, but it's on top of that, just the fact that a company like this, Bud Light is one thing, it's a big victory, but Bud Light is a product, just one product, easily replaced by many other products that taste just as bad as it and are just as cheap. Target, different deal though. Target is a much bigger fish to fry. And the fact that they've sustained this kind of damage this quickly is, it would be hard to overstate the significance of it. Now, just like we said with Bud Light, it only really matters if we sustain it. So if conservatives are happy with this and they say, well, we got the purely symbolic victory, and now we'll go back to shopping at Target again. If we do that, then it doesn't really mean anything. In fact, the symbolism at that point works against us. Because then the woke corporations can see that, okay, yeah, if you do the woke stuff, you'll upset them for a few weeks and they'll be mad about it, and maybe they won't shop there for a few weeks, but they'll always come back. That's the message that we would send. Did you know our friends at Genucel have upgraded their most popular package to feature their top-selling deep firming vitamin C serum plus ultra retinol moisturizer with natural retinol alternative? You probably didn't know, but now you do, because right now you can take advantage of this limited time package upgrade for 70% off. Why waste time and money to go get work done on your face when you can get Genucel skincare shipped right to your door? Genucel's secret is a family recipe for over 20 years that makes it safe for all skin types and perfect for both men and women, made by a compounding pharmacist in small batches, and is always safe, cruelty-free, and natural. My prompter and clip operator, Markella, has developed so many wrinkles since she started working here that she's gone from looking like she's 20 to 200 in the matter of weeks. She literally looks like a raisin. It is deeply disturbing for everyone around her. To help counteract the ungodly wrinkles she's developed, she's started using Genucel. As you know, I require everyone around me to use Genucel. When I see them, I just start throwing Genucel products at them, and I say, put this on immediately. She started using it. Now she looks maybe 100 years old now instead of 200, so there is improvement. Go to Genucel.com/WalshYT. Try Genucel's most popular package for 70% off, featuring both Genucel's Ultra Retinol and Genucel's Firming Serum. Get a complimentary Spa Essentials box with every package order, plus free upgrade to priority shipping. Get all of that if you go to Genucel.com/WalshYT. That's Genucel.com/WalshYT. But I feel pretty confident. I think it's different. Things are just different now. And I think there are a lot of people, and I've talked to many people in this boat, just normal people with families, moms and dads. Talked to many of them who say, we're just done with Target. We're not going back to Target. Okay, for a lot of families, it's like Target is very much a part of the weekly routine. You end up going to Target once or twice a week. But then when you say, okay, I'm cutting Target out, we're going to figure out how to live without Target, you discover pretty quickly that, okay, yeah, it's actually pretty easy we don't need Target. There's other places we can go. And once people figure that out, that they don't really need you, then you're in trouble. And Target has also sustained the kind of brand damage that Bud Light sustained. Now, I think for a lot of people, they wouldn't want to be seen walking into a Target. You wouldn't want to be seen carrying Target bags around. I mean, to be seen walking out of a Target carrying the Target bag with the Target symbol, it's like you're a groomer too. That's the kind of branding. It's embarrassing. It's humiliating. And I think that kind of branding has set in, and that's a major problem for Target. Hard to recover from that. So things are different now. And they're different for a lot of reasons. One of them is just sheer exhaustion. After a while, people get fed up. And the LGBT activists, they've been running roughshod over the culture for years. And they've been getting everything they want and getting more bold about it and more outlandish and more egregious and more grotesque. And they keep pushing it and keep pushing it and keep pushing it. And then eventually people say, even a lot of the people that went along with it because they were too afraid or they didn't care, they were apathetic about it. Many of them are now saying, this is too much. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I'm exhausted with it. Just stop. Leave us alone. And the thing is, once people get sick of it, they don't end up drawing the line at the most recent, most egregious thing that you did. They draw it all the way back at the beginning. And they say, we don't want any of this. Just leave us alone. Get it all out of here. Which is why now there's an attitude by many people on the right that, we don't want anything that promotes gender ideology or transgenderism to kids. We don't want the really super extreme stuff, satanic merchandise for kids. We don't want that. We also, you know what? We're saying now we don't want pride flags at all. We don't even want to see the pride flag. We don't want any of it. That's what many on the right are saying, and I'm glad they are. I mean, that's where I've been all along, but I'm glad that this is becoming the mainstream view on the right. And you know whose fault it is. I mean, it's all their fault. If you're an LGBT activist and you're feeling very persecuted by this, and you're saying, what happened? Now we can't even fly a pride flag without you. Well, that's your fault. You couldn't. If you had just stopped at like where you were at, in the year 2017, okay, if you had stopped there and you said, oh, okay, we've basically won, and you just stopped, then probably none of this would happen. But you kept going and you kept pushing. And now you're reaping the consequences of that. And I'm so glad that you are. Hey, YouTube, thanks for listening to the show. If you'd like access to my full show with no ads, you should go to dailywire.com and use promo code Walsh to get 2 months free on all annual plans. See you there.